They whisper of places that should not exist. In the mist-shrouded hills of Maryland, where colonial history bleeds into primordial mystery, there are sites that defy every principle of modern understanding. These are not mere archaeological curiosities or geological anomalies. They are wounds in the fabric of reality itself, places where the ancient world refuses to die. The first settlers spoke of them in hushed tones around dying fires. Native tribes avoided them entirely, marking them as forbidden ground where spirits walked between worlds. Today, scientists arrive with instruments and theories, only to leave with more questions than answers. Consider the Seneca Rocks Formation, where limestone towers pierce the sky like cathedral spires built by giants. Geologists insist they are millions of years old, carved by wind and water. Yet embedded within the rock face are symbols that predate any known human civilization. Symbols that shift when observed directly, forming patterns that hurt to perceive for too long. Local researchers have documented electromagnetic anomalies. GPS devices fail within a quarter mile. Compass needles spin, not toward magnetic north, but toward something buried deep beneath the earth. The temperature drops without warning. Pockets of air grow thick, viscous as if time moves differently there. But the Seneca Formation is only the beginning. In western Maryland's Appalachian Folds, there lies an impact crater. At least, that's the official story. The crater measures exactly 3.7 miles in diameter. Not approximately. Exactly. Natural impacts do not create precision, but this one does. Concentric rings of stone encircle the central depression, equidistant and perfectly spaced, as if designed, not formed. Soil samples contain minerals not found on Earth, elements that register on no periodic table, isotopes that decay in impossible ways. When analyzed, these materials emit frequencies that induce shared hallucinations, visions of vast underground chambers, geometries that bend the mind. The crater remains open to hikers, but few reach the center. Those who do describe disorientation, a presence, watching, a vast patience in the earth below. Many see the same thing. Lights moving beneath the ground, patterns too complex for the human mind to process. Digital cameras malfunction, photos reveal structures invisible to the naked eye. Towering spirals, corridors extending deep into the earth. Symbols glowing with inner light. Film cameras show stranger things. Same frame images, seconds apart, different seasons. Different skies, as if the crater exists in multiple timelines. In 1973, unauthorized excavations uncovered a chamber 20 feet below. Constructed from black stone blocks, fitted with microscopic precision. Hieroglyphs lined the walls. They moved in peripheral vision, rearranged themselves when not directly observed. Inside the chamber, tools from materials not yet invented. Texts in languages that predate human speech. Star charts showing constellations visible 10,000 years from now. Lead archaeologist Dr. Alina Vasquez documented everything, then broke. Her final report spoke of the watchers beneath. Mathematics that think themselves. She vanished 3 weeks later, her car found at the crater's edge. Doors open, keys in ignition, as if she walked into the earth. The chamber was sealed. Concrete, steel. 6 months later, cracked concrete in glyph patterns. Steel corroded into dead language warnings. The site is now under silent surveillance. Motion sensors detect movement where nothing moves. Infrared shows heat signatures in solid stone. Seismographs pick up rhythmic pulses, a heartbeat buried miles beneath. But Maryland holds more. In the east, where Baywater meets ancient forest, lies the Whispering Grove. Trees grow that should not exist. Species from the Ice Age flourishing here, in a perfect spiral centered around a clearing where nothing grows. The clearing, 66 feet in diameter, perfectly circular, untouched for 12,000 years. Sound twists inside the grove. Whispers carry for miles, shouts vanish in seconds. Recordings yield static, but people hear phrases from the wind. Linguists translate them. Mathematical formulas linking consciousness to physical matter. Formulas that imply observation changes reality. Dr. Michael Chen studied the grove, called it a system of quantum consciousness. He quit, disappeared, but his notes remain. Sensors find nothing, but humans do. Shadows move without sources. Temperature shifts wildly. Standing water reflects alternate selves, older, younger, changed. At the grove's center, a natural amphitheater, carved from granite. Granite that should not exist here. Granite that conducts electricity like metal and resonates like crystal. When struck, it sings. And humans remember things they never lived. Buried below, a structure predating all human civilization. Radar reveals underground chambers. Corridors arranged in unknown geometry. Artifacts carbon dated to over 10,000 years. Space-age alloys. Synthetic texts. Star maps with black hole precision. The implications are terrifying. Either we were far more advanced, far earlier, or something else left these clues. Government silence is loud. Fake environmental surveys, mobile stations that appear and vanish, elevated radiation, no explanation. Locals whisper of convoys, equipment too advanced, tunnels running under Maryland's hills. Satellites show heat signatures from underground bases that don't officially exist. Yet the evidence piles up. Like sediment in time, Maryland hides places where mathematics carves itself into stone. Consciousness bends matter. Science trembles. They whisper. They wait. In mist and forest. In fractured time. Not revealing what was, but what might yet be.